Hi everybody, my name is Saikat Dey. I joined the University of Central Florida in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering in the fall semesters of 2025. So today I'll be discussing about few of my research, and this will also open up opportunities to collaborate with me in the domain of research that I perform. The topic of the discussion is on design and performance optimization of next-gen power converters. The name of my research lab is Day Power Electronics Lab. It is situated in Research One building at UCF. Uh, Giving a brief introduction about myself. So my research interest lies in the domain of design and modeling and switching modulation optimization of next generation high density power converters. We use wide bandgap power devices and operate the power converters at high frequency so that the sizes can shrink down. And we apply those power converters in applications for defense, space, and renewable applications. Regarding teaching, I am teaching a linear circuits 2 an undergrad course this semester. And the following semester, the next semester, I'll be probably teaching a power electronics 1 or 2. That's not decided. And moving in future, I also want to do new courses in power electronics on advanced and miniaturized power converters. Talking about few of my accomplishments, I have published almost more than like 40 journals and research papers, conference papers, along with four to be patented technologies. And also, I won a Dean's Dissertation Award for my PhD topic, and also had triple prize award for one of the paper that I published. Talking about my brief introduction, I gained my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering back in India in 2018. After that, I worked as a power electronics design engineer at Global Foundries. I did my PhD in the last summer. I completed it from Arizona State University in Systems Engineering Department. I also worked with Lucid Motors for a semester-long internship with their electric vehicle charging team. And after that, I'm here at UCF. So talking about power electronics innovations and the need of the hour. So in my research domain, all the power converters are aimed at making them shrink, making their weight and losses in the power converters to be minimized compared to the state of the art. And also the cost and time to market should be also reduced. So one direction of research is in the miniaturization or less weight and volume concepts, and also but then other way of miniaturization is integrated topologies. If we can integrate some topologies together, and if we can apply some advanced modulation techniques, so that we can do a lot more in our small form factor. So if I just look at our present microgrid architecture, where different sources and loads are connected using two-port power converters, we call them the DC-DC power converters in the picture. And where we are heading to is that if we can integrate this DC-DC power converters in one power conversion unit, so that it becomes a multi-port DC-DC or DC-AC power system. By doing that, what we are gaining is that we are reducing the component requirements, component size. We are increasing the power density of the power converter. However, we need to engage a complex control, because now we have multiple variables in the system, multiple inputs and multiple outputs. And that is where my research has been lying since last 5 years. And we call them multi-port power converters. So if I just talk about few of my research or few of my products that we have developed during my PhD or my industry work, those look something like this since last 7-8 years. I worked with industry while developing all gallium nitride based wall charger that sits inside your phone or your laptop charger. We made it industry's highest power density power converters by using the different switching techniques and advanced power conversion units. I also worked with NASA on a high temperature power supply development for Venus mission, which can work up to 250 degrees Celsius operation. I also worked in different technologies like for space station power supplies. It is also an integrated power conversion unit. We call them a multi-port, multi-active bridge-based power converter. I'll talk about them a little bit more in the next slides. Also, I worked on solar microinverters, all GaN-based solar microinverters, single-stage topologies, which is more efficient than the state of the art. And So that's for renewables. And now moving towards the defense technologies, I also worked with Lockheed Martin and then Department of Defense on multi-megahertz high-density radar power supply. This is a pulse load power supply. The power converter that you can see on the right top is the size of an iPhone that can deliver 1.5 kilowatt in that form factor. I also worked with some of the neural network in loop power conversion technologies, where I'm estimating the power conversion's real-time component health by using a neural network in loop control. The marked ones here, the highlighted ones are ones I'm talking about. It's on multi-port or multi-active bridge-based power converters. So how does a multi-active bridge or a multi-port power converter look like? It looks like something like this. This is one product that I'm talking about is for an International Space Station power supply, where we have an input side 160 volt solar PV, and there's a battery storage 28 volts, and then there's a DC distribution bus at 120 volts. And if we can integrate these three sources or loads together and also create an omnidirectional power flow among all of the ports, we get a topology something like this, which we call a multi or triple active bridge power converter, where there are three active bridges for respective three ports. However, the control system becomes a bit more complex because there are a lot more control variables involved right now. Traditionally, this kind of converters used to operate with a 2 degrees of freedom system because there are two outputs that we are controlling. However, I included more degrees of freedom in the system so that we can optimize the system loss while the power converter is operating at different operant points. So from 2 to 5, we are making the degrees of freedom higher, and that gives us a flexibility of minimizing the switching loss in the system as well as RMS currents. If you can see the power converter on the right, we have three of the 3 kilowatt modules all connected in parallel. This total building a 9 kilowatt power converter module. And this was also tested at extreme conditions related to space environments. And it reached a peak efficiency of 97%, which is the highest reported till date, and also reached a power density of 150 watt per inch cube. Okay, if I just compare my modulation technique and the modulation technique that is applied traditionally, we can get the significant difference in terms of efficiency. If we just talk about light load operation, on the top row, the left-hand side shows the traditional phase shift modulation, where there are 2 degrees of freedom in the system. It causes 90.3% efficiency. While I apply my degrees of freedom, like more degrees of freedom in the system, and it gains an efficiency of almost 4%, which is huge at that margin. And at heavy load condition, the difference is not very significant. However, I can achieve soft switching in the switches so that we can push the frequencies higher without causing much losses in the switches. And that is why we are employing this kind of modulation techniques. And it achieves a 2.6% average efficiency improvement compared to the state of the art, and also 32% higher soft switching achievement in this topology, and also 30% less system volume and weight compared to the two-stage power conversions unit, those we have seen earlier. These works are published, and also some of them are patented. Jumping to our next work on multi-megahertz DC-DC converters for defense of radar applications. So for a radar power supply, we need a pulse load applications, or we need a pulse load. The radar works in burst of pulses, so we need to send power to the output in bursts. Now, if that power frequency or the power pulsation frequency increases to significantly, like 1 kilohertz to 5 kilohertz, in that case, the converter cannot operate at 1 or 5 kilohertz, which is traditional switching frequency of the power converters. So we need to operate them at a very high frequency. So that's why we are pumping this frequency higher to 1.5 megahertz, and which again causes too much of losses in the system. However, if I apply my soft switching technique or my modulations better, if we use the magnetic systems better, in that case, we can achieve that much of high frequency and still deliver the power with an high efficiency. So this topology is called a dual active bridge type of topology. We used we used a different magnetics design so that we can gain some of the benefit of increased magnetizing current and take it in our benefit and achieve soft switching in the switches. It achieves an peak efficiency of 96%, and the EMI, the space stringent EMI, is also maintained, is also compliant. So this is a 3x smaller in size and 4% more efficient than the existing solutions. And this was a collaborative work between with universities as well as national labs as well as Lockheed Martin, and was supported by Department of Defense. This project is still ongoing at ASU, where I did my PhD. Talking about my third topic, which I'm currently also working on, is on AI applications in power electronics. So AI is booming in all the fields. So we are also taking advantage of the advances in AI. And so the major challenge in power electronics is reliability, how to estimate the reliability or the health of the system that we are employing. And especially if the converter or the power supply is employed in space or any very stringent environment or critical environment where the temperature is high or the vibration is high, we want to know how the health of the power converter module is, or the inductances or the circuit element is. So to estimate, we can either go using our mathematical model of the system, which is clearly not so accurate if the temperature or the if the dynamic varies. So that is when I use a physics-informed neural network in loop with the power converter. So the power converter actually sends information to the digital controller that is already with the power converter, and the digital controller, using a communication link, sends it to a intelligent system, maybe a computer or some more advanced power controllers. And there we implement a training-based physics-informed neural network, where the neural network is estimating the converter's impedances like the L's and R's, and it is feeding it back to the controller, and the controller, based on the new information, is updating the modulation so that at real time we can track the maximum efficiency of the converter. So it is not only helping us in estimating the health of the converter, but also making sure the converter operates at a highest efficiency point always. This is also published work in IEEE Transactions in Power Electronics. And if you can see on the right hand side, the result shows that the LT, or the inductance, is tracked much efficiently compared to the analytical estimation, which is the green one. The green one has a higher error bumps, and the blue one is my technique, which has a smaller error bumps. Okay. Keeping in short of some future research directions of my lab here at UCF, I'll be fundamentally focusing on some of the key concepts of power electronics. I'll be working on power converter topologies, which are useful in these days of applications, so like data center applications, space applications. We are using bidirectional power devices, using some technologies which are getting developed in the semiconductor domain, and trying to make use of them. We are trying to use different AI techniques which are getting developed on in the side, and then my area of expertise is in the switching modulation and control, as well as passives and EMI, which is also something I'll be looking into. So I will encourage collaborations in the domain of with the experts from AI ML expertise, material science expertise, to make some more efficient material for magnetics, then electromagnetics expertise, robotic expertise, radiation expertise, especially for space applications, and definitely PE and power electronics and power expertise is always there. Always I'm there to collaborate with them. Target applications would be mostly in the defense and space sector, AI application sector, EV charging, data centers, as well as grid integration of renewable energies, as well as energy storages. With that, I'll try to end my talk. So let's innovate together to make energy conversion more smarter, more efficient, miniaturized, and highly reliable. I would like to acknowledge my funders and my supporters till date, including NASA, Arizona State University, Department of Energy, Department of Defense, Department of War, Sandia National Lab, Coolcat Electronics, some small and big businesses, including Infineon, IIT Kanpur, and Thermvent Technologies. With that, I'd like to end my talk, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have.